Hey there, my name is Yanis and I'm the founder of the Online Course Agency, and we help online educators scale their business so they can reach more people and create their dream life. Now, if you are interested in learning more about that and how that works, and perhaps you need help, there's a link somewhere around this video. You can click, it'll take you to our website where you can find all the information about that. But in this video, I actually want to talk about the topic of the procrastination. And the reason for that is I see many online businesses, online education businesses being slowly suffocated by procrastination, and it's a nasty hidden cost which most people miss. So I wanted to make a short video about it so that, like, you'll be aware of it and you won't fall into this trap. Now, let me tell you a little story from our agency, from one of our clients. It's a true story. It happened last year, and it'll really illustrate what can happen when the cost of missed opportunity comes into play, and you don't even realize it, but this is basically what can happen. So this client, so let's call her Jane. So Jane, she had an online education business, so she came to us for help. She needed help with marketing and scaling her business, which we agreed on doing. Now, before we actually got started, it took Jane around 3 to 4 months of, life gets in the way, she has a family, things get busy, right? You already want to do it, but you keep pushing it. I'll start next week, I'll start next month. Oh, right now it's not a good time, and so on and so forth. Next thing you know, it's 3-4 months later when we finally get started. What happens is, like, we crush it right out of the gate. Within 2 or 3 months, we made over 100K in sales. Around 70-80% of that was pure profit, and that completely changed the game for her business. Like, this was her second year in business. During the first year, she was basically break even, maybe slightly profitable, right? And already thinking like, is this working? Starting to doubt a little bit the model and so on. Our help obviously changed the game completely. In her second year, she made, I believe, like around 350K in sales, most of it profit, as it is with online informational products. And she's well on her way to have a 7-figure business, 5 years down the road, who knows where she's at, living her dream life, which is what it's all about, basically. But now I want to take you back to those 3 or 4 months which took her to get started, right? Now, during those 3 months, when you think about it, now how the story unfolded, she actually lost about 100 to 150K in sales, right? Why? Well, because once she got started, within 3 months, she made 150K in sales. Well, that means if she would have started earlier, she would have gotten that money earlier. Now, here's the really shocking thing, is that, like, that money can never be recuperated, right? Because that's the funny thing about time. Once it's gone, it's gone. You cannot get it back, right? You cannot get those 3 months back at the end of your business year or the end of your life and recuperate those 150K. So most people will think, well, what's the big deal, right? We now have a great business. We're making multiple 6 figures. Okay, but that's 150K lost, which you can never get back. And the only reason why they're not in your bank account, because procrastination. So that's the true cost of it. Most people won't even see it. I see it as an agency owner. I see this all the time with our clients, also with other business owners. If I had to estimate, probably millions of dollars were lost or left on the table just through people coming through our agency doing things like this, right? Because in this case, like I said, it's 150K loss, which will never be recuperated. But let's take this a little bit further, and what happens to other people? Well, let's say that this client, Jane, right? Let's say that she would have waited another 3 or 4 months, right? Which can easily happen, right? Life gets in the way, family things, businesses, maybe you need to take a trip, maybe there's a family vacation, whatever it is, right? So let's say, it's now 6-7 months after you already decided that you want to do this, right? But now you're like 6-7 months into your second year, you still haven't started with the Freedom Effect, sort of like our methodology, or like with advertising in general. Well, you're still not making sales, right? So you're still breaking even. It's now been almost 2 years. Maybe you start thinking, oh, is this still worth my time and not making any money? Maybe you start losing passion. Maybe you start losing the drive. Maybe you decide not to do it after all and just like sort of, shelf the idea and go back to whatever you were doing before, right? Well, that's a future which was taken from you by procrastination. You never got started. You never realized or fulfilled your potential, what could have happened, right? And that's what happens to most people. That's what happens to most online entrepreneurs, online educators specifically, because quite often they're busy also with other things, right? So now, think about, is this likely to happen to you? Can you think of a similar scenario? I bet you can, now that you realize the cost. So the procrastination kills a lot of businesses. People don't even know it. They think it's a marketing strategy that they're missing. They think there's a new hack that they need to figure out and then it'll work and so on. When in reality, it's just the speed of implementation. It's just taking action, taking action, taking action. Action breeds momentum. Winning breeds momentum. Having a profitable month breeds momentum. Having a losing month or break-even month, that's the same thing in the opposite direction. So don't procrastinate. Whatever it is that you want to take in your business as the next step, don't be afraid of failure. Most people are afraid of failure. That's why they don't take action. Let me tell you, not taking action is a bigger failure than taking action and failing can ever be. All right, so that's it for me. Again, my name is Yanis. I'm the founder of the Online Course Agency. We help online educators scale their business so they can live their dream life. If you need help or if you want to know more about how that works, click the link somewhere around this video. It's going to take you to our website where you can find all the different options and choose your adventure.